Welcome back, everybody, to Mid-Tier Thoughts. We're back again in the Mid-Tier Love Laboratory, or as I like to call it, my bedroom, because my garage is still messed up. So what are we talking about today? Well, from the thumbnail and this piece of work here on my chest, you've probably deduced that we're talking about Gunleather. So 1791 Gunleather is a company that supported us from the beginning. They've been awesome at helping us get off the ground and sending us a bunch of stuff to review and check out. And so today I'm just going to kind of go over my top 5 favorite items from them and kind of talk about how I think that Gunleather can still be relevant in the modern market. I know a lot of people think that Gunleather has kind of gone outdated or become a little fuddy, but I think there's a few uses that we can look at with some of these that'll actually kind of change that and hopefully change your mind if that's the way you're thinking. But with that, let's go ahead and dive on in. But before we do, the only thing that looks better than a dad bod in leather is cybersecurity. When it comes to personal safety online, it's on us to protect ourselves. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura keeps you safe online by doing all the hard work for you. They identify data brokers who are selling your information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Well, you could, in theory, opt out of these data brokers yourself. Every one of them has a different policy and way of operating, which is why Aura is so nice since they step in and handle all of that for you behind the scenes. No headache, no problems. Give Aura a few weeks and you'll stop seeing your information on the sites when you search yourself, which will lead to way less spam. I know my Gmail folder is way smaller now that I've started using Aura. Aura will also continuously monitor the dark web and alert you if they find any personal information exposed. Anytime you sign up for a newsletter or a website and that stuff gets leaked, they're there to step in and help you out. They're going to let you know fast if anyone tries to use that information to access your credit or bank accounts. Plus, they give you up to $5 million in identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. The Aura app also has a VPN with over 100 virtual locations. Does your VPN do that? You can go to the link in the description or type aura.com/midtierthoughts to try 14 days for free. That'll be enough time for Aura to find out if any of your personal data is exposed and let you know. Stop leaving yourself vulnerable to data breaches and brokers. Go to my sponsor, aura.com/midtierthoughts, get a 14-day free day trial, and see if any of your data has been exposed. Link in description. See below. So, starting off number 1, we're going to go with the obvious. This here is the Pathfinder chest holster from 1791 Gunleather. So this thing's pretty sweet. You've got your clasp here to be able to draw your firearm. They do make this in different variations. I just don't have a lot of holsters for my 1911. It's like the one gun I don't shoot as much as I used to. So I don't have a lot of holsters for it. And I figured if I'm going to get a chest holster, it's going to be a 1911 chest holster, right? It's almost like reminiscent of a tanker, which they do have a tanker chest holster on their website. But this is marketed as basically being for hiking or backpacking, anything like that. But one of the things I was playing with was whenever I'm wearing a certain kind of like split chest rigs or some of the belt kit that I have with suspenders, this actually works out really well as a great way to carry a pistol that doesn't take up belt space. You can keep this tight on you. And also the great thing is when you take your harness off, if you have your holster or something attached to it, you don't have to worry about not having a weapon on you now. You can have a weapon on your chest, retain it this way, and it's a great solution to that. Now, you don't have any spot for magazines or anything like that on here, unfortunately. It's not like you're rocking those underarm holsters. But it is pretty nice. It's quick to get to. It is a little bit of a cross draw, but it's not terrible. And you can get it out pretty quickly. They do make these for Glock and SIG options. I just chose the 1911 one for this. It is pretty awesome. I should get out of the way too up front that all of the holsters and other items I'm going to be showing today, they were sent to me by 1791. They've been pretty awesome about being able to send me stuff for reviews. They basically just send me stuff out to check it out. No money has been exchanged or anything like that. I do have a link down in the description. If you do find anything interesting and you do want to purchase them, you can. So it really doesn't affect me one way or the other if you buy it or not. I just wanted to show some of their cool stuff. I think it's cool, kind of, give you guys a chance to see what they have to offer. So going back to it, this harness is pretty sweet. It comes up over the shoulder and attaches to the back. We also have a Cobra buckle here that's adjustable, so you can adjust it for if you're wearing different types of clothes, gain weight, lose weight, small guy, fat guy, whatever you want to say. It goes out pretty far, so you can have a pretty big dude wear this. You can have a pretty skinny dude wear this. Pretty comfortable either way. It doesn't really weigh on your shoulder that much, and it's quick and easy to get to. Again, if you kind of want to, throw on some Mid 81 and live out your 90s warlord dreams, this is definitely the way to do it. If not, it's just altogether, I think it's a pretty sweet system. I think chest holsters are kind of an overlooked piece of gear that's out there that's actually pretty helpful. So we'll take this off and we'll go ahead and look at the next thing real quick. So as part of their new stuff that they were bringing to SHOT Show, not only have they done stuff for pistols, they've done holsters for a long time, but now they're getting some pretty sweet leather work, and I'll show what we got here, starting with the shotgun. This is their Hunt Series butt cuff. So on this side, we have the ammo carrier. So this holds 4 rounds of 12 gauge. They do make this in varying calibers and sizes. So everything for like pistol caliber lever guns all the way up to, you know, magnum rounds for hunting, everything like that. So you've got the 550 cord on the bottom that holds it in place. On the other side, you do have a cheek rest. That's a little bit of a riser, not too much, too aggressive, at least on the shotgun version. Now, the thing I really like about this is for anyone who shot a large amount of 12 gauge in a day, depending on who's shooting it and how familiar they are with shotguns, you can have people who are getting kicked in the face, right? Because they're not holding it properly. But this allows you to get on the gun, get a nice, good cushion on it, right? And not beat the crap out of your cheek on here. So also, for those curious, this is my 870 Tactical Express. I do have a breacher choke on here, and I have an Elzetta mount with a Streamlight in it. It's whichever one of their handheld 1000 lumen lights. I can never remember the name. It's HLX, something like that. But that works on there pretty well. Able to come out here when I pump and activate the light. And then for the sling, this is just an old Allen sling I've had for a long time. It's got like a little bandolier part to it. Probably swap that out eventually. And then I've got a side saddle on the side here. So a little custom paint job that I did myself. But this thing has been kind of my go-to shotgun for a long time. I think aesthetically it looks really good with that leather on there, especially if you had like a double barrel or a woodstock shotgun. This thing would look pretty sweet. Even an over-under that would not be out of place with that. So the Hunt series, again, with the butt cuffs, this one being a 12 gauge is pretty sweet. Now, the other one I have here, too, this butt cuff is one that I put my 308 cartridges in and slapped on my M1. So this is my Polytech M1 I inherited from my grandfather. This year, I did slap a nightstick light on here. I just wanted to have a light on it. I'm probably going to come up with a better lighting solution in the future. Also, if you're an M1 guy and you know a good lighting solution, let me know. So I want to be able to have this light but not have it be so far back. Anyway, I've got a Premier Arms 26 with an ACSS reticle on here. I might swap that out to a Aimpoint Pro magnifier combo like I have on my G3, but I haven't decided yet. So got that on there. Then this butt cuff. The nice thing about this, not only do you hold the 5 rounds of 308 or whatever cartridge you're going to want to be running in there, but with that cuff that we were talking about before, with that kind of cheek riser that's padded, the nice thing is you get that nice purchase on top of the stock, not to the side of it. I mean, I guess it's just a tick to the side, but not that bad. And as far as being able to get a good inline purchase with my optic, whenever it comes to an M1A, this is probably one of the better solutions I've seen out there. So as far as getting a good purchase on an M14 and still being in line, this is probably one of the better options out there, in my opinion. Just that you still get that nice padding. You get just enough lift on here to get a nice, good view through that. And it's not too crazy off to the left or right, anything like that. So I really do like this. This has been a really enjoyable shooting experience. It's nice and comfortable under recoil. I'm a big fan of these two items. Now they did send me those two, this butt cuff and the last one for free. That being said, I am probably going to wind up purchasing another one of these for my infield and probably another one for my 410 break action that I have. Just because I like these things so much. I mean, just they look fantastic and they're great for the money. So that's their butt cuff series is some of their newer stuff. But they also make concealed carry holsters. So for the last couple months, I've been carrying, this is my Glock 19 Gen 5. I've got a light on here. I've been carrying this in one of their holsters. Now this is basically like a glasses case, is what it kind of reminds me of. Like my daughter wears glasses, so the case that she puts her glasses in is this, right? Now the leather is nice and soft against the body, and it's nice and soft against the gun. Now, as far as carrying it, this is the most comfortable holster I've ever used in my life. That being said, the one drawback I will say that there is trying to reholster the firearm. So drawing it, no problem, right? But doing drills where like your rifle goes dry, you got to switch your pistol goes dry, you reload it, holster, go back to your rifle, get it up and running, can be a little tricky, right? Especially if you're doing it from like EDC type stuff. Just because the reholster of this, you do basically have to remove it from your clothing, reholster it, and put it back in. It reminds me a lot of like the sticky holsters, but with a belt clip, as far as like when it comes to reholstering. That being said, the odds of me probably having to do something like that with that style holster in a realistic situation are probably not that high. So that's acceptable. But getting the gun out and getting on target is not hard. It's just the reholstering bit that can be a little tricky. But this thing is super comfortable. I will say the one drawback again with that being that it does not have a good reholstering capability. Now, going on to some of their other holsters that they have. Again, I'll have to grab my 1911 here. They do make standard inside the waistband holsters with soft leather against the body and a hard leather against the gun. traditional inside the waistband leather holster. This one here for my 1911, concealable, nice hard leather against the body up top, so you don't get those body oils all over your gun. And while I don't wear one as much, they do also offer the kind of more traditional pancake style holster. Now, I don't usually wear a pancake style holster. I do have this one. That being said, not wearing this. I don't wear this that often. Not really. It's just really not my thing. If you're a bigger guy though, or some of my older audience out there loves these, so $17.91. Gunleather is definitely the place to go to get that. Retention on this one's still a little tight because I haven't used it that much. But again, inside the waistband holsters from them, their standard ones, are super awesome. On the few times that I do carry my 1911, I will carry it in this. It's very rarely. I just don't shoot it all that often. Plus, I've got the model with target sights. You can see that, which are not the best for concealed carry. They do kind of tend to snag a little bit. But that's just a quick kind of down and dirty rough over of some of the stuff from 1791. I think a lot of times, like when it comes to leather, especially in the gun world, it's kind of reduced to this kind of fuddy world with that. I think there's a lot of quality stuff out there. If you're a hunter in that space of things, like there's just definitely some awesome things with the chest rig, with the butt cuffs. I think that's definitely with the market they're going for with that. And it definitely looks a lot nicer than some of the cheap Allen stuff that's out there that you can throw on your shotgun. So I used to have an Allen, one of those like stretchy armbands that holds shotgun shells on the back of my 870. And as soon as that thing got here, I switched it out, and it looks so much better. So I think that's kind of the market they're going for. Now, that being said, I think you can definitely find plenty of use of these in a positive way. I think the chest holster would make a great option for carrying a pistol when you're running a chest rig or belt kick, and you don't want to take up belt space with a holster. I think that there's some of their EDC stuff is really nice out there. They're getting more into the world of adapting to red dots. You can see here the holster cuts out. This is designed for a red dot. I don't have a red dot on my 19 yet, so I have to get my slide cut for that. But they are adapting to that world, and the leather market is adapting just as much as everything else. I will say leather I do find to be a little bit more comfortable when it comes to concealed carry. That being said, I also still carry a Kydex holster with my Glock 26. So I go back and forth between the two, but I do think leather is a lot more comfortable, especially whenever it's a little bit warmer out. I just find that the sweat doesn't bother me as much with a leather holster as it does with the Kydex. But that being said, I just kind of want to go over some of their stuff. I think 1791 is a good company. I'm not getting paid for this video or anything like that, but I will say, to their credit, when we did our Hurricane Helene giveaway and we were reaching out to companies to say, hey, would you like to donate stuff for this that we can do as a giveaway, kind of do as a raffle and raise money? They were one of the first companies to get back to me. They sent me two holsters they sent me two mid-sized holsters, and they sent me like an EDC pocket tool kind of carry holster. Super awesome of them. They've been super great about that, very responsive. They've been 100% behind that. So pretty cool company, in my opinion. I think they've got a lot of cool stuff to offer. Their Hunt series that came out recently is really nice. It's kind of some high-end leather for the more hunting, shotgun-related world. I think that a lot of you guys out there with lever guns, or even some nice old bolt actions for hunting, or definitely in the shotgun world, are really going to enjoy some of the stuff that they have. So again, check out the link below if you want to see not only what they have, but if anything you buy on there does support the channel with that. That being said, guys, you've been awesome. See you on the next one.